Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Donovan and today we're going to take a look at another pair of AirPod clones. These are called the i51s. You can see they're available right here at the spinningdeal.com and I believe they're $40, but there's a 5% off discount code in the link down below and the coupon code will also be in the description as well. So with that being said, that 5% discount code will work on any of the earbuds that they sell on their website, and they sell a lot of different AirPod type clones, including the newest ones that are coming out very, very soon, the i12s, which I will be reviewing very, very soon. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these other alternatives here. So these are the actual AirPods. These are kind of like the gold standard. There's a reason why so many different companies are trying to mimic or copy these things, and that's because they're still very, very good, even though they're now 2 years old. Now the AirPods 2 are going to be coming out very soon, but of course these are kind of expensive, 160 bucks. So we have some cheaper alternatives out there, and so that's what we're going to take a look at today. Specifically, today's video is all about these ones right here, the i51s, but while I'm at it, I might as well tell you about some of the other alternatives. So first of all, the i7s, they were the very first ones that came out. These are junk, don't buy them. They're like 10 bucks now. You can get them super cheap. The i11s, actually there's i9s as well, which I reviewed. They're decent, but not as good. The i10 TWSs, for me right now, these are the gold standard in terms of ones I've already reviewed. The i10 TWSs are an actual very good AirPod alternative in my opinion, and ones I would say that if you're gonna buy a pair of AirPod alternatives, as of right now, these are probably the best. They're like 40 to 50 bucks depending on where you pick them up, and the i11s you would think would be better than the i10s, but don't be mistaken here. The i11s are not even made by the same company that makes the i10s, and they're junk, so don't buy them. So I'm going to slide those off to the side. These ones are called the AirBuds 4. They're from a company called WeWoo, right down here. They're also coming out with the WeWoo 5s pretty soon, but these are not bad. They're definitely not as good as the i10s, but these are a fairly decent alternative to the AirPods as well. So if you're going to pick up one or looking for a pair of AirPod alternatives, I'd say one of these two, but probably the i10s for sure for me are the best, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But again, this video is all about these guys right here, the i51 TWSs. So they should be what, 5.1 times better than these, right? Because they're i51s versus i10s. It's a math thing, I don't know. All right, so here we go. So these are the i51s. So right off the bat, one of the things you'll notice is definitely the case is different. So they kind of mimic the AirPod look here. Also that little hinge there, but there is no button. So like the AirPod actually has a button there. So you can see right there, they do also have some branding. These do not have that, and they don't have the button either. And of course they're round. So here is the AirPod case. Here's the i51s, and just for fun, I'll also show you the i10s, because they do a little bit better job of actually mimicking the AirPod case. So here's the i10s, but obviously you can see a little bit of a different design here. You got some LED lights there, same hinge, but no button on the back like you get with the AirPods. All right, so slide those off to the side. So this is about the i51s, and a couple things. Let me just say, there are really kind of, I don't know, let's say 4 areas that I think are important when it comes to true wireless earbuds. Number one is sound quality. These things, not good sound quality. I'd give these like a 3 out of 5, maybe. Not good. I just don't like them. The sound quality just isn't there. There's not great sound quality. I would say these two, the actual AirPods and the i10s, are definitely decent, like a 4.2 out of 5. These things, kind of junky. All right, so sound quality, thumbs down. All right, so $40. So sound quality isn't nearly as good as what you get with the i10s or the actual AirPods. So these are like $50 or $40, somewhere in there. But yeah, definitely not as good as either of these two. So the next area that I would say is important is the connectivity. Okay, so these are kind of cool. They are using Bluetooth 5.0 just like the i10s. You can see, I'm going to go ahead and pull them out. And you can see they do look a lot like the AirPods, not as much as the i10s do, but let's go ahead and show you that I haven't touched anything, and they should be connected right up immediately. So i51, 100% battery. Boom, that's awesome. So they connect up using Bluetooth 5.0. So you would think, because they're using the latest Bluetooth technology, which actually the AirPods are not, but they have that W1 chip that makes them pretty awesome. These are also using Bluetooth 5.0, so more advanced than what you get with the AirPods. And by the way, these also wirelessly charge in the case. The case actually wirelessly charges, unlike the AirPod case. And these don't do that, by the way. But these have Bluetooth 5.0, these have Bluetooth 5.0. The difference is the connectivity here is just not good. So I regularly have the music constantly skipping out on me while I'm listening to them. Super frustrating. That is not a situation with the i10s, and definitely not the case with the AirPods. So again, the i10s a whole lot better when it comes to connectivity than the i51s. Now in terms of design, these are very similar to the AirPods. So let's go ahead and just make a quick comparison. So this is an actual AirPod. This is the i10. I think they're maybe a little bit longer. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if this will actually fit in the AirPod case. No, it's definitely longer. Okay. All right. So that kind of tells you right away. Whereas if I plugged an i10 into the AirPod case, you'll see that it does fit. So you can actually, I'm not sure if you can charge these in there. I don't want to get them confused, but yeah. So they definitely fit. So these are definitely more one-to-one clones of what you get on an actual AirPod. So here's an actual AirPod. These are just a little bit longer, but other than that, they're pretty similar. Now these have in-ear detection. Neither the i10s nor the i51s have in-ear detection. So that's what that little sensor is right there. It kind of tells the AirPods that you're wearing them, so that when you pull them out, it automatically pauses your music. You don't get anything like that with the i10s. However, you do have some touch sensitivity here. Notice that little pad there. That's letting you know that they're touch sensitive. That's the spot. And that will play, pause your music. You can also long press it, I think, for Siri, double press it for track forward, track backward. So cool things there, but again, the battery life, sorry, not the battery life, but the connectivity and the sound quality, not so great. So now the third area is the battery life, and again, not good. That's really unfortunate. So it's 3 strikes and I think you're already out here. i51s, unfortunately, they're just not great. So in terms of battery life, with the i51s, you get about 2.5 hours, whereas with the i10s, I get more like 2.5 to 3 hours. You get 4 charges in here, actually 3 extra charges in here, about the same thing here with the i10s, whereas with the AirPods, you get about 4 extra charges. So these give you about a total of 25 hours. These will give you about 12 hours and a little bit less than that in here, maybe like 10 hours of total battery life with the i51. So already there's 3 strikes, they're out. So I'm not even going to talk about phone call quality because again, the i10s are definitely better and the AirPods are even better. So again, kind of the moral of this story is if you're going to pick up a pair of AirPod alternatives, do not pick up the i51s from thespinningdeal.com because even though they're cheaper, they're only $40. The i10s are far superior to the i51s, and they're only, I think, like $10 more, so still a much cheaper alternative to the actual AirPods, and they're pretty darn good. So if you're going to pick up a pair of AirPod alternatives right now, I'm going to say the gold standard is definitely the i10 TWSs. They're one-to-one clones. They're better in every way than all the other ones that I've mentioned. The i12s are coming out very soon, so if you want to spend a little bit more, I think they're like $50. They're going to be coming out very, very soon. In fact, you might even be able to pick them up right now. But as of right now, I would definitely say i51s, don't even think about it. i11s also, don't think about it. They're just not as good. If you're going to pick up something other than the i10s as an AirPod alternative, I would still go with the WeeWoo Earbuds 4 is the best one. But again, still the gold standard is the i10. So hope this video has been helpful for you. Don't buy the i51s. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.